my savior. Keeping that touch with my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You been dropping a minute, but can't steer it no more. Used to being rich when your inside's born. This, what you don't wanna see more. You wanna see more, but you wanna see soul. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for Derrick Henry. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19-18.
Now they'll shift things around. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
65.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, Brain, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Henry up the middle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 10. And the Saints first down.
Throwing, Shuck. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. When you look at the Saints defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he goes out right around the 39. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Shuck. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Shuck. Olave holds it in. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had 2 drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. The Lions at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
18, Pioneer. 65 catch.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 78 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Shuck. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Gibbs is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
60, trap 60. 70, Warriors, 70.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And no need to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready?
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Start. 60 boxes. 60 boxes.
They'll try and sneak it here. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. A long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Shuck now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To throw now, Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Gain of 4 yards. First down, Saints.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Shuck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, Jack. Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
70 Viking 18. Mustang 19. Go win him, go win him. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That is first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Lions 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Shots pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to bring this one down to right about at the 20-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Another run for Gibbs here. And it's out. He put on the carpet. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, set. 60 bicep, Bronco 80.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Inside handoff. Henry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints, 1st down. A gain of 14.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give to Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3rd and 4.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
At the 17-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. It'll run for it with Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
From 3 yards out. And the Saints have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They got 29 yards that time. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. He's got right on the short throw. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. 7 yards there on the first down screenplay.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come home when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt. Certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
70, hop 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19 Lion. Check out.
He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point forthcoming.
Extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Lions 28, Saints 24.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and
they'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
They'll run. It's Henry. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down carry for Henry. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Shuck. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Shuck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Back back to the ground now. It's Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and goal, New Orleans.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kendre Miller, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
18, Rattler, 18.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Got it. Ready? 19, Charger. 19, Charger.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. He's back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field. And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Open man right side of St. Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. I'm most surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Come on. 70, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here we go, 1st and goal.
Ready? 19, 18. Check out.
Montgomery. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this fan base on a losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for the Saints, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.